Another beautiful day alive. Hi, friends. This video is about taking the recorded history stage. A time like, when you're still Stunt Kitty. Stunt Kitty doesn't care about the people that came before her. I mean, the cats that came before her. And so there was a time in history for millions and millions of years when there was no recorded history. And so that's what this video is about, is thinking before recorded history. The easiest way, the fastest way, is to take that position in your mind that recorded history doesn't exist and the world is under your control and you have to fix it for the better. You don't care about people that came before you. I mean, Stunt Kitty, like I said, Stunt Kitty does not care about the cats that came before her. She does her own stunts. All right, and so the fastest way is to look at the world electromechanically, meaning that you have a moving life CPU, and the natural rights are universal. That before recorded history, your natural rights were guaranteed, but after recorded history, natural rights are violated because it's something new. Now it's a tool. How is recorded history recorded? With recorded language. And what has happened is that we've used recorded language to override the behavior that we have a natural right to keep. When here comes Jenny. It's like when we're born, we have to have the same paradigm that we've always had, and that we use recorded history, recorded language, the ManTyne, everything. It's like I always say, these literacy objects never change. I might have called them a million different things, but this is everything that needs us to exist. All right, if you take us off the planet, all right, everything that we have left needs us to exist. Take dolphins off the planet, what's left? Their bones, maybe some marks and stuff. But, everything that needs us to exist, one object, this, from this symbol. All right, and then where we came from. If you took, where we came from, moving life, that's what this stands for. Equal natural rights across all species. All right, often you've heard me say that to be animal before human, to be Jenny before human. All right, that's because human is a construct that is created with recorded language. All right, she's teasing the kitty. Stunt Kitty got chased by the Jenny. But anyway, all right, let's get back. And I just, is that, all this stuff. I grew up a professional ski instructor. And once you've taught somebody, to get them in balance and stuff, that they don't need you. They become great skiers all by themselves. And that's you too. And that once you realize that recorded language and recorded history are technology, everything that we have, that the critters don't have, technology. These are just grunts. Technology is a grunt. I'm using the current grunts to tell you these objects never change. And time is the dividing line, all right, between the two at this time. And so the difference is that if you think before recorded history and that you have equal natural rights with all moving life. I mean, this tree does not need us to exist. I mean, this tree does not have a moving life CPU. All right, every cell is a brain of its own, and it's going and doing its thing. All right, but we are units, like computers. And then we have our own CPU. Well, language is mixed up when it's installed in us, inside of us. You know, I mean, what needs us to exist and what does not is mixed up. Language is the, you know, recorded language, a technology. It needs us to exist. No other critters have technology. And so, like I said, this video is about putting your mind before recorded history, you know, existed. Putting your mind before recorded language. And then using these things to amplify yourself as life. Instead of word slavery into the ManTyne Paradigm, needs us to exist. 2015 needs us to exist. You know, instead of word slaving our children into that paradigm, we amplify our children as life with objects from that paradigm. And one of those is recorded, you know, is language. Recorded language. You know, it is different. This is communication. I am sending a signal to my finger and moving it. Okay? That doesn't have nothing to do with language. And so that's what, you know, thinking with two classes of objects, what needs us to exist and what does not. All right? And then taking the recorded history slave from recorded history slavery. All right? You just have to be honest, and you have to trust your cells. Give every cell in your body your eyes, and you will become one body of mankind. Because I'm a cell of mankind, you're a cell of mankind. You know, and not only that, all moving life, you become one with Stunt Kitty, you become one with Jenny, you know, that we become one body of Earth, and that we amplify our children with what, you know, what needs us to exist, instead of devolving them and word slaving them, make them, you know, animating them with language. You know, today, because of, you know, the goal of the school system is to steal the child's processing power. We're going to make you this grunt. You have to be this grunt. Oh, you know, no child should ever be bullied because we're teaching children to be notation instead of music. You know, it's like, hey, I'll play a different song. You know, it's like, you can't be notation. It needs us to exist. So anyway, friends, you got to take your mind and go back before recorded history and use the animals as our base. Hey, Minnie, come on up. Come on up, girl. Say goodbye to everybody. Hi, Minnie. Come here. Come here. I love my Minnie. Mwah. So anyway, friends, I love you. You got to go here. She doesn't care about St. Bernards before her. You know, we're all one body. And you amplify this with, like, if Minnie was a human and she was a child, we'd be amplifying her with what needs us to exist, you know, with technology, instead of devolving them into the ManTyne Paradigm. We got to give them the world instead of word slavery. And now, you know, that's what we do, is that we abolish word slavery into the ManTyne Paradigm, and then we grow freedom for the first time in history, because we're above recorded history. We're on the recorded history stage. We don't live for the dead, we live for the future. And I mean, if you look at the natives, why that there's always this native settler paradigm is that the native people live for the future. They live to leave the world better for their next generation. But they didn't have recorded history. They didn't have recorded language. Every generation was new, and they evolved slower. But now, since we have recorded history and we have recorded language, man, we can evolve so fast. It is so cool. But first, we have to reset. We have to push reset in our head, and we have to go, you know, back to before recorded history and capture that one moment in time, you know, as a species, and then we'll all become one body of mankind. Move your finger, model the internet. It's all there electromechanically if you think with two classes of objects. I'm going to do that again. ManTime Objects, EarthTime Objects. I love you, friends. Bye-bye, and how about a little more sunset? Take care. love all the birdies. I have so many birdie friends. I just love them so much. They come in the house and they bug me. They go, I want treats, I want treats. You know, they're living as designed, and they know it, and you will too. With 2 classes of time, above all humans of the past, live for the future. And that is something about recorded history, is that we are taught to live for the dead because we have recorded history. It's just a blip in time. I love you, friends. Bye-bye.